Hi, Irv Arndt with CFS. Wanted to give you a bit of an agronomy update for you. It's Thursday, May 28th, and we've been out looking at a lot of fields, a lot of corn fields, some soybean fields, things like that. We're starting to get a lot of weed pressure in some of this corn, especially when you have a pre-down. Can't stress enough the importance of that pre. This is exactly why we put it down. It gets wet like this, get a lot of weed pressure, get grass patches, ragweed patches, things like that. It definitely the crop takes a hit in yield, so we want to get those fields sprayed as soon as possible and get those weeds out of there. One of the things when you do have weed patches, what you get is called Allelopathy. So those weed patches, when those weeds die, the best way I can describe it, they put a toxin off. It actually stunts the corn and sets it back. So if it goes on much longer, if we can't get into spray, it's going to be a tough deal on some of those areas. So really focus on getting a pre-down on your corn. With this wet weather, it's going to buy us a lot of time to get out there. The second item I've been looking at is soybeans. Been looking at some of these soybeans we had treated versus untreated, where we had wet conditions or some standing water. The seed treatment definitely looks better. We have a better stand. The plants look greener. They look healthier. So seed treatment's going to be a big deal this year, especially we had some of those wetter soils in what we got going on there. The third item I wanted to visit with you about today is we're starting to talk about doing a lot of nitrate sampling. We'll be rolling here pretty hard, hopefully this weekend. And so the Nitrate Now program, we pull usually 4.4 acre grids, develop a nitrate rec for those fields. So last winter you heard me talk a lot about hybrid placement and how critical it is. So that end recommendation by hybrid is also very critical. We have sets of hybrids that aren't as aggressive on nitrogen. We usually run a lesser rec there. Last winter you heard me talk about 105-day hybrid that was really stout. So that hybrid, we got quite a bit of it planted. Obviously we've placed it properly in the right field, so that one's really going to push the nitrogen to it and really try to get the most yield out of it. Another thing I'm going to be doing this year is we're going to be running some stabilizers in with the side dress application to try to push that nitrogen out later, so there's more in there later in the season. So we'll be doing a lot of research and studying on that this summer, and once we get some yields back, we'll share those with you. But it's just been a good season so far. The crop looks really good. Granted, we do have some drown out areas in some fields, but we did have early planting, and for the most part, things look really good. Hopefully I'll get out in the field here next week and be able to show you some specific things, and have a good day and hope for dry weather. Thank you.